Hey everyone, this is K.K Abraham from Tayola. Welcome to Adobe Premiere Pro CS6 Lesson 6. Today we're going to learn on basic audio mixing. We're going to learn how to work with audio, learn audio mix levels, learn how to adjust audio in your source, and lastly, how to adjust your audio in your timeline. Now that I got your attention, let's get right to it. So now in this lesson, we're going to learn how to use and how to adjust our audio levels on Premiere Pro so that you can understand and learn how to adjust your audios and your levels when it's necessary. Now what we have here, we have our frame, you have our audio frame on our source monitor. To know is our audio waveform, we have our info, and our info tells us to let us know what type of audio this is. So as you see, this is stereo. And the type is audio, of course. Okay, cool. Now, the cool thing with a Premiere Pro is that Premiere is very flexible working with different types of audio. So you can work with from MP3 to MP4 to even WAV formats. Adobe is pretty comfortable working with different types of audio, such as MP3, MP4, and even WAV formats, and many other more formats as well. Now, as you see here, in this WAV format, we have a time unit, and this time unit, what we have here, works similar to video. Now, with this time unit, we can work with 1/24th and 1/30th of a frame. This frame unit that we have here works as 1/30th. So from 0 to 29 gives us 1 to 30 frames per audio that we're working with. Now, for those, if you want to be a little bit more precise, we have another different unit that works for audio as well, and it's called Show Audio Time Unit. So time unit is a lot more precise, and as you see here, you can select certain type or the time of your audio, so you can really select your your in and out of the audio that you want to select. So we're gonna make it simple today, and we're gonna go back. We're gonna check out our audio units, and we're gonna work on our simple display. Now I have some videos on my timeline that we're going to work on our audio. Now we have this presenter, and what we do here, we're going to click on our flathead, and we're going to have our audio waveform, and then within our audio waveform, you already see a chunk of the audio is being selected. So I like the selection because I selected before. I'm going to go back to our video. I'm going to drag it onto our timeline, and as you see here, we have our video 1 and you have our audio 1. It lets us know what type of audio we're working with. Now this is stereo. Now we have another audio format here of the same presenter. And now if you want to modify the audio, what we're going to be doing now is that we're going to modify this audio to mono. Now we have a stereo, now we can work with mono. So again, we've learned different formats of audio, but for this one here, there's different types of audio. So such as stereo, mono, and then there's even 5.1 audio type as well. So for this second audio clip, what we're going to do is that we're going to right click, and where we see before you go on properties, we're going to click on modify, and you will have audio channels. Now when you click on audio channels, you will notice that this box comes on, and what that does is that you have presets. Now for presets, we're going to click on mono. So as you see what I said before, we have 5.1, we have stereo, and we have mono. So I'm going to click on mono for the second clip. And what you notice is that the track changes, right? I'm going to go back to no use file. And what you see, it just gives us audio 1, left and right. So this is our source channel for left and right. When I go and click on mono, as you see what changes is audio 1 and audio 2 for one channel. Okay, so I'm going to click OK. And it'll tell you, give me a warning. Click yes. And we'll drag that click here onto the timeline, and what do you know, we have two different channels for left and right compared to the first clip where we already have left and right in one audio. So we already separated our left and right channels from our audio, so that we can have our mono, or we can individually work on each channel of audio that we have on that particular second clip. Whereas for the first clip, it's just stereo, and you can just work at one clip as a whole. You see the level of our audio from our audio level.
Incorporé et une entreprise spécialisée au service
15, -18 to -15 decibel, which is very good, but it's very low as well. Same thing goes for our second clip. As you see here, it's pretty loud. So it's pretty a little bit loud, but it's where it should be from -9 decibels. And that's how you learn and work with audio in Premiere Pro. Now we're gonna learn how to adjust our audio onto our source monitor. Now what we have here is that we have the both clip that we worked on earlier. And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go to our audio waveform again. This is our first clip. And what we're gonna do is that we're gonna go to our effects controls. And as you see here, our first clip has our audio effect and our video effect. Now, these two effects are going to be there by default in all your video clips. Okay. So our video, we're going to just ignore the video effects for today. And we're going to just go and focus on the audio. Now, as you see here, we have our volume, which helps us adjust our audio level of the whole clip or a clip as a whole. And below that, we have our channel volume that allow us to adjust audio from left channel to our right channel. Now, as you see here, we have our toggle switch that is a little bit highlighted to let us know that our time keyframe is on. So if I make an adjustment, so for example, if I go to audio and I want to make it to, I wanted to adjust it to -20 decibels. Now, if you have a trouble adjusting it, what you can do is you could just easy click, type in -20, and press enter. And what you notice that we have a keyframe here to let us know that the adjustment of the audio is changed. So if I wanted to make the adjustment, I can just have the adjustment from zero all the way down to 20. Okay. But if I go and I delete that keyframe, it will give me a warning. All the volume, it'll give me a warning if I want to delete the keyframe. And you say, yeah, you want to delete the keyframe. Okay. Because you can always go back to adjust your audio as well too. Now, same thing goes for our second clip that we have here. And now what you notice here is different. You notice that you have two different audio levels. We have audio effect 1 and audio effect 2, which allow us to individually change the effect of each channel. So again, you could go to audio effect 1, you could decrease that all the way down to, not only go all the way too low, but -29.5. And the first audio, you can have it adjust to 6. Now, the most you can go is 6 decibels, and which, believe me, is pretty loud. Or you could go all the way down to -200 decibels, which is completely silent. And you could just have your timeline. So you could just have fun and learn how to adjust your audio onto your source monitor, adjusting your audio the way you want to adjust it. You can easily just delete the keyframes and it comes back to normal. So this is how you adjust your keyframes on your source monitor. Now, what we're going to look into now is we're going to learn how to adjust your audio clip onto your timeline. Now, I'm going to bring another clip here, and we have another presenter on a timeline.
In her small size company, we have the knowledge
and what we're going to do here, we're going to learn how to adjust our audio onto our timeline. Okay. So now with this clip we have here, we're going to play with it by adjusting it onto our timeline. So what you see here on our track audio one, and then what you notice here is that when you have your toggle switch, the triangle icon, you click on it to expand more information on your toggle switch. And when you expand your audio one, you have more details on your audio, as you see here. Same thing goes for audio 2. You have more details on our audio. Now, also what you can do, which is pretty cool, you can also adjust volume meter when you play it. You can also see the size of your audio. Now, what you have here on the first display style, you click on it, you make sure that you have your waveform shown, because then you can see a waveform, just in case if you don't see a waveform. Also, click that out. You have your keyframe to show all your keyframes, just similar to your video, as we learned earlier. You also have ways to show your keyframes and your track keyframes as well. Okay. So now we're going to show how to adjust our audio. So for example, this first video clip, we're going to press play.
Whether you're a large,
And we're going to adjust it low. And we're going to adjust it high.
To provide you the best solutions.
So as you see here, you can play and adjust your audio at the same time. How to adjust your audio that is perfectly for the particular project. So let's say if I go back again, I'm going to play it one more time.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small.
And I want to adjust it to, let's say, -5 decibels. So now I can have it right here. Or let's say -5.10. Because it's difficult to have a preciseness involved. Or you could just click on that audio and it goes to your effects controls. And when you go to your volume, as you see here, you see that it's the exact same thing or the exact same unit that you have on your volume. Now, if I want to go -5, you have -5 over here as well. And as soon as I press enter, you see that I have a keyframe here. So if I want to play with a keyframe, I would just give you a good example. I'll just kind of show you an example how to work with your keyframe. And what you can do is that from here to here, I want to kind of enlarge it for whatever reason. And what you can do, you can hold Command and click on your keyframe. I'm going to have another keyframe here, and I'm going to create another keyframe here as well. And what we're going to do is that we're just going to adjust the keyframe in the middle so that it allows us to select which part we want to increase or decrease our audio. So I play it, you see how it goes up.
Company. We have the knowledge and experience to provide you the best.
And you see how it goes according to the levels that you created onto your timeline. Now I'm just going to go reset this, what we have here, back to 0. And as you see here, it's back to where it was before, -5. And I'm going to bring this to 0 as well. And when I press 0, you see your keyframe here is back to 0. Okay. So this is how you can work by adjusting your audio onto your keyframe or onto your timeline. Now, whenever you have red icon or when you have your audio meter indicated red shown, tells you that it's pretty loud, to let you know it's pretty loud. So now we're going to bring that here. I'm going to select my out point here. I'm going to click on the audio, drag the audio only, and I have it here. Now it's onto the track now. And it's a pretty large track. So if I go and press play, you see how loud it gets because you have the red indicator. This is to the loudest peak. So what we're going to do now, we're going to adjust the audio to its perspective level. So I'm going to bring it underneath and I'm going to just kind of adjust this to -10. And what you have here. So if I press play now, what we're going to do is that we're going to learn how to adjust our audio and our music track audio, and we're going to see how it correlates with our guest speaker that's speaking in front of the green screen.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small size company, we have the knowledge and experience to provide you the best solutions.
So we'll play one more time so you can actually hear the both of the audio.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small size company, we have the knowledge and experience to provide you the best solutions.
So this is how you can also always adjust your audio and give you varieties of audio levels within your clip. And this is how you adjust your audio onto your timeline. So now we're going to look into how to use our audio mixer. What we learned before, we learned how to adjust your audio levels from your source monitor and onto your timeline. We're going to look into how to adjust your audio levels with your audio mixer. Now, in order to find your audio mixer, you go to the bottom of the tab and you will have your audio mixer besides your effects or your source monitor. Now, if you can't find that preset anywhere, your audio mixer onto your tab, you go to your Windows and right away, you will see Audio Mixer. And if you can't find that, you click on it, it should be there, and it'll appear on your tabs. Now, what we do is that in order to see how the Audio Mixer works, we usually press play.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small size.
Now, as you notice, is that we have two audio tracks being used. And let me adjust this thing up a little bit more. What we have here, we have two audio tracks being used, but the third one is not being used at all. So the third one won't be necessary, so you don't have to look at the audio 3. We're gonna leave that alone. But what we have here, we have audio 1 and audio 2 being used. And what we're gonna do is now is that we're going to adjust the audio level within our song accordingly to the video that we're about to play. So now what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna press play so you get an idea on how the Audiomixer works.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small size company, we have the knowledge and experience to
Now as you see, the audio 2 is the same level as audio 1, if anything, a little bit more. What we're gonna do is that we're going to adjust our audio by using the audio mixer. And I'm gonna go from the beginning and I'm gonna bring this thing down. I'm gonna bring it down to -27. And now as you see above, we have read. When you click on that, you have different options that allows you to record your mixing. So I'm gonna go click on write. Now that I have my Audiomixer right on channel 2, on audio 2, on audio 2, I'm gonna press play. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm going to adjust accordingly to the video above.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small size company, we have the knowledge and experience to provide you the best solutions.
ICT Device Incorporé est une entreprise spécialisée aux services informatiques.
All right, I just adjusted the levels so that we can have the music and the voice play or record accordingly so that you can hear the voice on audio 1. So now, as soon as I did that, you don't see anything onto the waveform of audio 2 until I go and I click on the diamond icon on audio 2, and I go and click show track keyframes. Now, when I do that, automatically what you see is our keyframe adjustment according to what I recorded earlier. Now, if I press play, you can see how it will sound.
Whether you're a large, medium, or small size company, we have the knowledge and experience to provide you the best solutions.
ICT Device Incorporé.
And that is how you use your audio mixer. Let's have a quick recap for lesson 6. We have learned how to work with audio. We have learned audio level mixing. We have learned how to adjust audio in our source monitor. We also learned how to adjust audio in our timeline. If you have any questions or comments, put them in the comment section below. Please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is K.K. Abraham from Tayola telling you to leave your mark. Take care.